database of community organizations and to submit information of safety concerns and incidents of crime in their areas of operations. It is foreseen that this will improve the relations between the police and communities and will assist in determining the provincial needs for policing and priorities. This is what we were discussing, to say communities will report.
Sorry for disturbing Director Musima. I'm still repeating myself. Baba Kupan translation on what she is presenting. Rekopa, o ka emisa letsogo ba kgone go fa this gadget, o kgone go e bea mo ke kgone go kry-a translation, because o presenta ka English and the bill is in English. Ke kopa ho nyaka translation, di channel tsa teng ke di buile, emisa letsogo, then they'll come from that side, but o le fa the gadget is a translation. A hona wa e batlang? O ska tshaba le emiso, o ska le theo sa batlo tla batlo o fa dilo tsa teng. Batla o bontsha le hore o e sebedisa byang. Ba ka bona. Ntho ya mphatla. Yeah. Just raise your hand, they are coming. They are there at the back. And then if o batla translation ya Afrikaans ke channel 2, Setswana and Sesotho ke channel 5, isiZulu, isiXhosa channel 3, Chivenda and Chitsonga is channel 4. Thank you. Okay. And even those that they are on top, just notify us. The gadget is our translation. Sima, over to you.
Thank you very much, Chair. So we were at clause 8. This clause provides for the MEC to request security service providers to register on the database of community organizations and to submit information on safety concerns and incidents of crime in their areas of operation. It is foreseen that this will improve relations between the police and communities and will assist in the determination of policing needs and priorities of communities. I think we have also discussed this to say that people on the ground, in terms of what this bill is proposing, is to say people on the ground should be able to gather information as to what is happening on the ground, what are the trends of crimes, and report those to the MEC, who will be able to assess the policing needs in terms of the different communities. Clause 9. Clause 9 provides for measures to ensure the confidentiality of personal information obtained from neighborhood watches, security service providers, and other organizations through the integrated information system. So this says that information that is submitted to the MEC should be confidential and should not be published without consent. This is in line with the recently enacted POPIA Act. Clause 10 to 18. Clause 10 to 18, in terms of this bill, the Ombudsman is the vehicle through which the province seeks to perform some of the functions under Section 206, subsection 3, to investigate any complaints of policing inefficiencies or breakdown in relation between the police services and community members. So these clauses are to say that they will, these clauses are proposing an establishment of an office of the Ombudsman where people will be able to direct their complaints with regards to policing inefficiencies. This clauses provides for the establishment of the office of the Ombudsman, and this Ombudsman will be appointed by the Premier after consultation with the MEC, the Provincial Commissioner, and the executive heads of municipal police services. And this decision must be in concurrence with the office, with the Provincial Legislature's Portfolio Committee responsible for community safety. So it means the Ombudsman is going to be appointed by the Premier, but this would be after consultation with the MEC and the Provincial Commissioner, together with the executive heads responsible for policing in the different municipalities. But this decision must also be in concurrence with the Portfolio Committee at the legislature that is responsible for community safety. The Ombudsman primary functions are to investigate complaints and matters regarding the inefficiencies of police, subs and other municipal police services, or a breakdown in relation between the police and the communities. The province is authorized to perform these functions in terms of the Constitution of South Africa. Clause 18 also provides for the Ombudsman or the designated investigators to direct any person to submit an affidavit or affirmed declaration, or to appear before him or give evidence, or to produce any document that has a bearing on a matter under investigation. So this means that the Ombudsman will be authorized to subpoena or call people to appear before him, or to render evidence, any form of evidence, either orally or through an affidavit under oath. The Ombudsman must make recommendations to the MEC regarding any complaint under investigation, which might include that a commission of inquiry must be appointed by the Premier. The MEC must make a recommendation on any investigation complaint that could not be resolved by the Ombudsman. So if the Ombudsman is not able to reach a conclusion with regards to a matter that was under investigation, they are empowered in terms of this provision to refer these matters that is unresolved to the office of the office of the MEC, and the MEC is authorized to establish a commission of inquiry to conduct further investigation of such matters. In terms of clause 19, this clause requires that the Provincial Commissioner must submit an annual report regarding policing in the province. We'll see at later clauses how this annual report is going to be compiled and how this annual report must be debated in the provincial legislature. And after debate, this annual report must still come back to the community to say the community must then make submissions to say, is this in line with what is happening at grassroots levels? But we will see that will be discussed in the latter clauses. Clause 20 seeks to provide the power of the provincial executive in terms of section 207 of the Constitution if the provincial executive has lost confidence in the provincial commissioner. So this is to say if they can pass a motion of no confidence in the provincial commissioner, if they've lost confidence that the provincial commissioner is delivering in terms of his mandate in the Constitution. Clause 22. Clause 22 makes a provision for the MEC to keep a register recording any written reports, recommendations made to the Minister of Police in terms of this bill, written request, information directed to the Provincial Commissioner and any executive head of a municipal police services, and any written comments or responses received in respect of thereof. So this is to say that any information that is submitted to the MEC must be kept in a register and it must be recorded properly. Clause 23. This clause provides for the determination of policing needs and priorities. In order for the provincial executive to determine the policing needs and priorities of the province, this clause provides for the MEC to report to the Gauteng provincial legislature. I think this we have discussed in terms of the reporting, but we will also see how the structure of this report must look like. The provincial legislature's portfolio committee responsible for community safety must debate the report and may hold public hearings to receive comments from the stakeholders. The findings and comments will then be considered by the provincial executive in its report on the province's policing needs and priorities to the minister. So it says the MEC must compile a report, and this report will be consisting of information that will come from policing forums, that will come from neighborhood watches in respect of what is happening on the grounds, and this report must be sent to the provincial legislature and it must be debated. And after the debate, the portfolio committee can still come back to the community and hold public hearings to hear what the public is saying with regards to the report. And these comments must be included in the province's report to the National Minister of Policing. Clause 24, this clause provides for the exercise of provincial oversight of police in accordance with the principles of cooperative governance and intergovernmental relations as referred to in Chapter 3 of the Constitution. So this is to say, as we do, as oversight, monitoring and evaluation is done, it must be done in the spirit of cooperative governance, which is enshrined in the Constitution of South Africa. Clause 25 to 28 speaks into the Provincial Safety Advisory Committee. So this is to say, this clause provides for the establishment of the Provincial Safety Advisory Committee, the committee's composition, the terms of office of committee members, and the committee meetings. The purposes of this proposed committee is to advise the MEC on the functions regarding monitoring and oversight of the police efficiency and effectiveness in the province. It will also advise on strategies, policies, budgets, annual performance plans regarding oversight and functions. So we see this bill has three bodies. It says the provincial office will then be given powers by the MEC to conduct oversight. Secondary, we see the establishment of a provincial ombudsman. Third, we see the establishment of a board. But the functions of this board is to advise the office of the MEC in terms of annual performance plans, in terms of strategies on how policing in the province can be improved. Clause 29. This clause provides for the making of appropriate awards, including monetary awards to any community member or any other person for meritorious service in furthering the purposes of this bill and for recording and reporting in terms of those rewards. So this says that the MEC can issue awards in terms of money value for any performance that has, for any performance that is I don't know what, for lack of a better, for excellent services in terms of executing the objectives of this bill. Clause 30 creates offences for hindering or obstructing the Ombudsman in exercising his or her function in respect of failure to adhere to a direction or request under Clause 8 or Clause 18, subsection 1 or 2 for the contravention of the confidentiality measures in respect of personal information. So this says that if the Ombudsman requires certain information from you and you willingly do not provide that information when you have access to that information, or you fail to appear, you can be sentenced to, you can be given imprisonment or fine, you can be given a fine or imprisonment not exceeding 3 years. Clause 31, this clause authorizes the MEC to make regulations on various aspects of the bill. Clause 32, this clause provides for the delegation of any power conferred or duty imposed on the MEC to the head of the provincial department, who may, if authorized to do so, further delegate those powers and duties to employees of the provincial department. Provision is also made for the head of department to delegate or assign any power or duty conferred or imposed on him in terms of this bill to any other employee of the provincial department. So this is just an extension of what is provided for in clause 4 to say the MEC can delegate some of his powers to the provincial office to conduct oversight and monitoring over policing in the province. Clause 33, This clause contains short titles and provides for the proclamation of the date of coming into operation of this bill. So once this bill is gazetted, after this bill is gazetted by the Premier, then it will come into operation subject to what the public would have said. Honorable Chair, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Msima, for the presentation of the draft bill. We are moving now to deliberation. Input, comments. I'll hand over to Honorable Member Nkosi Malobane, Chair of Chairs. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Sanbonani, Dumelang, Abshen. As indicated by the Chairperson, sizanivumela ukuthi nisebenzise ama-language enkhona ukukhuluma ngawo so that umunye nomunye umuntu akhona ukuzi-expressa, akhona ukuthi akhulume into esenhlizweni in terms of the bill. Into ke seyicela ke ukuthi kube khona ukuphakamisa kwezandla. Umama seka presentile i-report, seka ipresentile i-bill esize ngayo la. Njengoba nazi ke si-hulumende, si-legislature yase-Gauteng, size la sizoconsultana nani ukwenza into ebizwa ngokuthi yi-bill. I-bill lena iyasubmithwa umunye wamalungu wethu, ubaba uMudi, but unfortunately emva kwaloko uye wa-resign from the legislature. But ke because when he resigned, the bill was already submitted and referred to different committees for ukuthi bayiconsiderishe. And part of consideration that bill, we need to then size lagini sizokhulumisana nani, kube yini eni-advisayo ukuthi le bill ifake ini, ikhiphe ini, or iqhubeke noma ingaqhubeki. So we are going to give you an opportunity then to raise hands. Ngizakunikhomba, nginesiqiniseko sokuthi njengoba umama apresentile, siyifundile futhi nale bill. Siyacela ke ukuthi siphakamisele izandla, si interact nalento le presentiwe kithi. Ngiyazi ukuthi sinazo inkinga ema-police station, sinazo inkinga emakhaya, sinazo inkinga kuma-communities wethu. Ngizawucela ke ukuthi namhlanje sike sibophe kancane iphondo, sifocuseni on the bill. Sizawubuya si-committee ye-community safety, sizo-engage nani ngezinye izinto ezifuna ukuthi kukhulunyiswane ngazo, whether it's about crime ephansi or ephezulu in the area sikuyo. Sizawubuya ke kodwa kwanamhlanje sikhulumisana ngebill le esengichazile nale epresento umama laphana, a bill eyafakwa omunye wamalungu ase-Gauteng legislature. Ngiyacela ke ukuthi sicale ke siphakamise izandla, ngizokhona ukuthi nginote, nginikeze ama-number, then ngizobuya ke nginibize ngama-numbers wenu. Sisi uya number 1 with the mask. Ubhuti lo seceleni kwakho number 2 imask emnyama. Ngizama ukubona ukuthi ugqokeni. Usisi lo obhekane namo usisi ubhuti lesandla lesi ubhuti. Bhuti lo obhekene nathi la etafuleni number 3. Nangu baba ngeyembeli mhlophe number 4. You are number 4. Any other person? Tingize ngapha. Khona umuntu le move. Oh yeah, ngiyanibona ni 2. So it's 4, 5 and 6. 5 ngapha, 6 ngapho. Any other person? La malaite esibhekene nawo asilimaze emehlweni. So anginiboni kahle. right phezulu. Kunomuntu lapho phezulu? Akekho. Okay. Okwamanje nginabantu abayi-6. Ngicela ke ukuthi siqale ngo-number 1. Use the language okwazi ukuzi-expressa ngayo. Whether English, Afrikaans, isiZulu, isiXhosa, isiVenda, Shangaan, it's up to you. According interpretation sizakuzwa.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm Duduzile Kuchwa from Ward 3 here in Mohale City. Mine is to say, I can hear the bill is being presented to us. But this bill doesn't say anything about IPIT. Are you telling us that we're scraping IPIT out of this whole thing? Myself as a person from Reed Valley, I don't see this bill benefits me. Let me give you an example. One example, in Cape Town, this bill is being used as an ombudsman. So there was the guy who was in TV, who was dragged out of his shack by police, and then from there on, everything went sudden death. We didn't hear what happened to that guy. We didn't know what was the investigation all about, because in Cape Town, they use such bill. As an ombudsman, matters are referred internally. So from my side, I scrapped this bill. It doesn't help me as a person who can trust this ombudsman, because I see it as a failure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Number 1, uzongixolela angibhalanga kahle igama lakho ma. Igama ubani ma?
Duduzile Kuchwa.
Ngiyabonga Duduzile, ngiyabonga sisi. Number 2, ubhuti mask emnyama.
Thank you very much, Chair. My name is Godfrey Lepono. I reside in Kagiso. I would like to concur the previous speaker to say, for me, this bill doesn't sound very good. Khoyakaro or khoyakan. Because of if like you take an ombudsman, IPIT has been investigating the police again, and then it has been happening each and every time. So now if we say we scrap the IPIT and then we remain with the ombudsman, are we giving the ombudsman the powers over the IPIT that has been doing the very same work that is the Ombudsman is going to do? Are we saying IPIT is going to be redundant and it doesn't have work that it's supposed to do, that has been doing? What about the cases that have been happening? Through the case it is a very serious case. What happened to the very same case? We don't know. Are we saying the whole thing that has happened in Cape Town should also happen in Gauteng? Rona as Gauteng people, or the Rona as the people who are residing in Mohale City, or Rona as the person who is residing in Mohale City? I'm saying no to this particular thing. The bill going now, it says the ombudsman has got the powers over the IPIT. And the other bills that were said before this one, what are we saying about the bills? Are we saying those bills, let's say this one? What happened to the other ones? So are we going to create bills and bills and bills over bills? Because of when somebody feels so like the other bill, do we do another bill that will suit the particular person or the particular color of people? Everything has to be diverse, not suited only one color of people. Because of what happened to Cape Town, it was a racist attack towards black people. So if this bill gets passed, definitely a black person in an area, will remain oppressed because of the bill. Eternally. Police brutality or it will sweep you under the floors. So we do not want that. If something happens, everybody should know about what is happening. transparency, but I don't see transparency when it comes to the ombudsman. Same as what happens in Cape Town. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ntate Godfrey. May I then have number 3, right here in front?
Ke a leboga ka lebitso ke Benjamin Khasu from Ward 16 Mogale sub-region Soul City. Ba bantsi ba lona ba itse it's an informal settlement. Go teng go go yo na le krabe e go godimo go teng go bolang batho weekend le weekend. So ke a utlwa Madam Speaker ka how bala bili ena. But the Ronald Batuago, Babalanco, Kopoza, informal settlement. I don't see like potentially bill each and every time, but I don't see these bills. Not going Scott camp, they reduce these bills. So we are in the Scott camps, we are hopeless and helpless. Yes, our law, constitutional, constitutional, is it because of my marriage because there's not challenge, there is really. Then, like, government are not hiring to say, so there's no use sometimes. So, these bills, these bills, which they're involved and not also him. So they're not regarded as human beings, as corporate camps. At the moment, I'm saying this because of we are killed each and every weekend. Because all the seats got a camp. The case are reported, the case, my police are one battle, but the case has to defend like no suspects ever arrested one, just disappeared. My police are battle, so battle. Batla bara address no slowly tusa retlesa patrolo batla bara getsa then they disappeared. We are hopeless. So na ha ke tsebo rona tshwantse re ka it's like rona harna di right mo South Africa. There's no one or rona rona batho ba go diskota ke batho go diskota ke. So re go ba hajitse this billion and not modimo. Re hajitse re tse ya and big delay you are go bolele batho ba ba 8 in 3 weeks time go Soul City batho ba 80 ba bolwa each and every weekend big ya January one guy was killed in a tuck shop, no case, nothing, no arrests, no suspects. The following weekend 8 people were shot in a tavern. 5 have died, then 3 were hospitalized. This weekend, Saturday, 2 people were killed, a woman and a wife. 8 o'clock. So some over 6 o'clock, and even if this bullet, they are there's other guy also of it. Bullet is an Mukuku Mola. But police are not there are people called Ezamazamas. These people are terrorizing the community. They are killing us day and night. They're doing as they please to our communities. No one is helping us. But there's a constitution of South Africa. What are you going to help these people from the Scottish camps, from the informal settlement? These people are poor. They don't stay there because of these people. Because of no lawyers. If I commit crime, if I take law into my own hands, then I'm arrested. Then our government, this constitution, it favors these people from the outside countries. You call them our brothers, but they are killing us, and we are saying nothing. But if I'm a South African and I fight back, I'll be arrested, even immediate effect. Say I committed crime. Then who got the right? We don't have rights. So our law is failing us. I'm very angry because of age. No one is helping us. Who is helping us? Please tell us, how is this bill going to help us? People from the informal settlement. No one came to address us. These people have been killed. 8 people were shot in one night. No one, the police never came. They just came and take the dead bodies. And that's the end of the stories. So, can you please tell us, how is this bill going to benefit us? people from the informal settlement. Because of the police, they are afraid to go there. When we call the police at night, they say, no, it's dark there, we can't go there. We are afraid of these people, they are going to shoot us. If the police, our law is afraid of these murderers, then who are we? You go and open a case. These police, they are friends to these people. They go and tell them. There's someone who give information, then you are a victim. You'll be killed. So the police are failing us. Our law is failing us. Our ministers are failing us. Our government is failing us. We are helpless. We are hopeless. I don't know. We are foreigners in our own country. Please, can you please tell us how are you going to help us, people from informal settlement? How is this bill going to benefit us? Because I don't see any of this point from this bill going to benefit us in the Sota camps. Thank you.
Ke a leboga Ntate Kgasu, for your input. Ne ke kopa ntate mo morago mo le wa hempe e tshweu.
Ke a leboga. My name is Victor Jabani from Ward 31, Khamogale. I'm representing Khamogale Men's Forum that has just started not so long. I welcome, the bill and everything that has been said over it, but I just want to concur with some few things on the bill. One is that I see that there is a committee, steering committee from the province, but I don't hear any steering committee that is resigned from where we are at the groundwork level. I think that we need to also to consider it. But going to my point, I do have a problem with our stations, particularly where I'm living. Cases have been taken to the station, but those cases, they just disappear on the station. And the trust in that matter is no more in the community. Number two, we have people, I will call them Sutus. They are just around our area, particularly in the informal settlement, having guns. And I do believe that our police, our policies knows of those people, but they don't take any action of taking them inside the jail with those guns that are illegal, and people are being killed in such a way. Number three, we do have people that are selling drugs in our communities, and our stations also know of such people. Now, if you are coming with this kind of a bill, is it going to help us at our disposal, or rather, it's going to help the people that are in the province only? And I do believe, and I also want to make a humble request. As much as the bill is being gazetted today, can't we have, because I do believe this is a community input on the bill, but it's not enough. Can't we have such meetings where we are residing, so that people in the community can also breathe out and also comment on the bill, whether it's going to help us or not it's going to help us? That is my input. Thank you.
Kita mo le mo khone thu ya ka eleng mo le ene misitse ke tla qala ka ntate wa borugo bo ka re bo light. I'm not sure whether it's light gray or cream white. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ka le dumedisa bagolo.
Ashe.
Lebitso la ka ke nna Kakapa Phelwane. Ke mo hot yere le mo yona mo ke hot 20. So on my side, more community, I'm a member of SANCO. I'm a leader of the SANCO. So, baole ke batla ho le botsa ntho e one before ya khakala before ke address ntho ke batlang go e bua gore na. Ntho tse le di khatantse le re le tla di tlisa next time. Again nete na le tlotla gore la feta fela just because ne le teng. Because gone no a re sa tlhola re tshepa because ntho tse dingwe di a khatiwa re tla tla next time. Why di tshwentse tse dingwe di buiwe tse dingwe di tshwentse di tlogele go morago? Because re na le di probleme ka tsone dilo tsena. It's fine. So rona mo hoteng mona re na le hotwe mo tropo mo. Tropo is a whole like yone hot 16 Lepers Flame 37 ke ka ko McDonald 20 37 West Krugersdorp re na le ka ku West Village. Re na le problem e tona thata. Just because gona no batho ba ba dulang ko West Village. They are not here because gona le di problem ga ile na kontse ga go tsamaiwe. Batho ba bulaiwa hampre every weekend mo. Ke di zamazama. So the case di are reportiwa. But now ga re khone o tlhaloganya gore no after that aba tshwarwa batho ba ba bolaileng ba rape ba bola batho. Go itswa ntho tse di ngata fela ka mo tropo mona le West Village. This time batho ba ba sa khona go tsama. That's why le bona le gore batho ba ba mo tropo mona le go teng West Village ga ba yo mo because ga ba free go tsama. And the problem e gape ke di light tse di dinsiko le tla tswa mo le tla bona mo tropo le jika mo gona di light mo. So ke ntho tse di oketsang crime mo tropo mo. So re kopare ha le tlile yana le sa tla fela la ngwala mo fatshe after that be le tsama ga re batla go le lata go lente ka gore ha re le bonisho re tlo nka di bus ya re le lata go le dulang go teng go di officing tsa lona ka gore le tlile la rena le tlile mo le batla ditletlepo tsa rona. So we go to give you the problem tsa rona. After that when you don't come here we'll go there, we know where's Joburg. Re tla dinka di bus mo re palama re le lata go re khatetse ke ntwe le gore reporta njalo nje. Last year, go bile ga ba le meeting ka mo go tle sponisa mo from a province. Ba re tshepisa gore re tlo go sebetsa le lona sio till now. But the crime in na go di than ona le gore ba reduce crime. So re na le di probleme tse di ngata mo tropo mo. Tse lo gore no di a reportiwa go sponising. Bagolo really go mo South Africa ha re sana le sponisa. Ga gona sponisa no re na le ditsotsi. These people ba botlhe ba ga re sa tlhola re na le sponisa re na le ditsotsi yano. Is better yano batho ba maponisa ba ile go bereka mmereko wa maso le tlisa masole ne ona tlang go bereka mo le community mo. In 6 months e fela re tla be re sapo ba tla ba boela dilo tse tsotlhe di le right. Because re ka se khone go na re tsela di vene di petrol di tsela di petrol mar di sa ile go etsa mosebetsi. After that, the applicant you one. Motropo mordula mote morabona go etsagalang. On Saturdays, the venedi around, mar the venedi di matising. That the people from the Malawian, ke bona ba matisitswe ba la iswa mo di venedi jika khona wa fulusiwa. Go etsagalang. So re na le problem tse di ngata. That's why ke re if ha le sa tle re tla tsenya di t-shirt tsa SANCO even le one our white people we'll take them. Re tsamere go ntshwela go lona go Joburg kwa. And ha le sa rarabe never re boye kwa. We'll stay there until le re fetole. Ha go tliwe fela mo be futa no ntsha di problem after the problem e go tsamaile go fitla go reportiwa and then tomorrow go fela ga re safe go lomo. Baso dizamazama di feditse batho kam. And then not to you one ke bona e ka khona re thusa. These people ba ba ranang di mine ba. Why ba sa stopiwe? But mo community ga o tla go etsa business kam e tla pele mo community gore no ke tlo go ba e mine kam. Re kgone go tseba nda re go bolelo re batla this now these people ba ba di mine ba bereka le dizamazama di ba protectile le bona ba protecta dizamazama mo plekeng ya rona gore yaanong re kgone gore batho ba ba research ba re bolaya ba re ipe batho ke bua ntho le no ba fetsa go bolaya batho mo breaching mo Wednesday late di-security tse di gatang mo di a bolaiwa le tsone mo ga re safe totally mo so ntho e etsagala mo nna ke tlo le kopa ya ka letlile kenyang sponisa mo se bereke motho o mongwe le o mongwe wa tsamaya mo strate ga ya kwa a setšhiwe a ntshe pasa ga a boa kwa a setšhiwe maponisa ba bereke go setšhiwe mo toropong ga o ya kwa o setšhiwa ga o boa kwa o setšhiwe divene di tla le mo setoropong ene ba tsamaya ka maoto e seng vene pupo e fetsa petrol a ba tsamaya ka maoto mo ba tlo setšha batho ba mongwe le mongwe wa ntshe pasa ya gage if ga o na pasa go tsho gore ko wena o etsang crime because ga o kgone go traceiwa mose so ntho e le tlogetseng go morago le re la e khata e right e kopa gore ga le tsamaya le re bolele gore le ile go tla leng and re thotse info ena in short yesterday so gone yana community a ra kgona go e bolela gore no gona le imbizo kam so ra kopa ga le tla is either le tle le Saturday everybody ana le chance ya gore no o ka kgona go tla go addressa di problems tsa gage ga e le so ya re patreka really le re patreka ga re thola information mo bana ga re kgone gore bolele community in time and re tshwentse re tle re ipaka ntse re bue ntho e one a o la buile ntho le re ska ra e repeat so re tlama gore e repeat because ga ra kgona go ipakanya le sa tlhola le re patreka ba go le ra le kopa ga le tla le re bolele gore ga ile this week le Monday le re next week Tuesday ra tla re dule the whole week re tseba gore go etsagala ke a leboga mare a pasa le ska la ile bala a go setšhweng batho ba setšhweng ga motho a ya kwa o mongwe le mongwe wa ntshe pasa ga a sena pasa la itse gore o tshwentse go itsweng ka ene ke lebogile
a ke leboge kontate Phelwane wa Ward 20 I think ke tlo dumela wa Maqheno number 6
Dumela Maholo. Sorry. Can I?
Yeah, o ka ne wa bua papa.
Okay. Ke a leboga. Ba gaetso ke morake, ke re morake a emfa. Ke ema really I'm disappointed ke ntho tse re di bonang di etsagala in our community, in our government. Ne ke batlile pele before ke ya ko pele go na le ntho tse pedi tse leng gore maybe we need to get clarity on that ke taba ya CPF le taba ya neighbor watchwood re na le challenge ya teng in our ward go na le mo siting e leng gore is operated by CPF yeah the other side bare ke watch neighborhood and that is the most ke tulo e na le challenge more than anything so harena access ya maphodisa that much so the question is what is the difference why the other side it need more police and forum no ba etse watch neighborhood ke one of the things ke batla go itse what is the difference and fela mo kae in our community re na le challenge on the other side re na le pleke le gore more foreigners are there and then go na le sport they've got their own sports mo temo they are operating 24 hours and then again Monday to Sunday and we've got kids by the Horbakenas Bidikolo mo temo we have tried to appeal to our police this thing, but nothing is happening. The drugs they are selling, they are coming there, and then the trolley they are selling there. The even the intelligence to collect, to work together with the police. So, Bahaitso Riakopa, I don't want to be long, but really, we are disappointed. The state of the police, the way Ilinkati, Hahosana intelligence, Hahosana communication, Batu, Harikopa, Batu Bailon Horokari, they are much better than the foreigners because once you touch them, really community remela, then definitely we will be arrested. So Riakopa Tswetswe Hore, Okari Muso Okaita something. We need to at least if Lekazama who establish Hubeli, we know who you are overstretched. But some of the things Hunalin to Ibarinki ma reserve, and also the army maybe to assist in terms of Hunalibali Bababitang ma reserve Ako Busole. By Longhori, Mopa Mapolisasa Honohufita, they can assist. Rekai tumela tat, especially at the drugs here nyaupe. Kinto rebona daily and kinto by yetzang openly, Baba yetza. Their houses demo sabarait my longhori. Kitseluma podisaba dietza, but libono garhabasana the powers. So Riako Babahai Sohore, we want to see change this time. Before the community EML, because these are our kids by longhori, they have been destroyed. And I think, or maybe 10 years, not 10 years, even 5 years, the generation to come. So, because we know some of the officials, some of the government kids, but so as the other speaker, where do these people get the power from? And why can't the government just to close the whole place, but once and for all? So we South African, we are less than the foreigner, but take it over. So Riakopa, in short, really before it's too late, thanks.
Okay. No, thank you very much to all our people who have submitted. Is it, are we out of order, pa? Okay. All right. By kae ba batlang go bua after the number e buile. Because what's ke batla etsa? Ke batla gore ke thosang ntwana matsogo. Ntwana ke batla go etsa. Ne ke are concentrating go billing. Because a number of people here feels gore they want to also raise issues that affect them. Go ekhlale. Nizo bavulela na. Ne? There will be a full 30 minutes for us to raise issues that affect us in our communities. Because it will be unfair gore re ska lefa chance eo ele gore se re le mo go lefa go tlo le mamela. We might not come up with solutions today. Mara will take those issues and then we'll consult an internally chairperson and of course members of the committee of when can we then come back now to interact with members of the community. And the reason why I'm saying that is because we visited 2 police stations today, and some of the issues that have been raised, it might be true. So it is then very important for maybe it will be better for us to come back and give you feedback on the issues that you will have raised today. So, Baba Rabatlang Kubua Kapil, who eda ko 6, Nekiku Papa Mise Matsoho. Haba Fedite, Kitloboya Hapekinke Matsoho of people who want to raise issues of service delivery from Maponisa. Radumela Nake. Yeah, because Kiabana or Ritla Lir Quateto Ritleti Mahalamo, Alehono or Lireze Dilote, Lija isn't as in lie. So Sifunugneza low chance again. Guti Nikono Guti Lesos into Leso Nizi raise, because we can't just come here and not address issues that really affect our people directly. Okay, so the few hands that were there were about 3 hands, likanela emisa, kilikombe, and thereafter, kitlobulela babangu, gore le bona ba bue, and then re tla be re le botsa ge gore mhlahlandlela ke eng. So I've got about 1 hand right at the back, 1, 2 abutu akawa skipper sesi white. Actually, no sonsube number 1, but I'm now giving you number 2. Something was sporty. 3, akerma. 4 wa kepisili reflector jacket ya di patrollers. 5 komoraga. I don't know whether ki sport or ki katiba ka re furnish. Ki sport. Okay. 5. Le ring yeno. On top. Okay, kiatla. 5, 6 abutuaka. 7 ka pampire 2. 8 kanto e red, ne? Okay, eriki yamela ka mount. Because kya so kinto. Omupi. Yeah, 8 mlungu. Yeah. I've covered to 8. Then go dimu ki batla number 9 akere. Yes. Number 9, 10 oswaka. Or something a black kamotlas. Number 10. Teosa he. Teosa. I guess the work also kintat. Kintat. Or number 10, papa. We are number 11 ka something reddish kamotlas. Number 12 ka something powder bluish. Yeah, number 12 Teos. Abut Teos. Number 12. Number 13 time Peteu. 14 ka something a gray and white, something whitish here. 14. And then something a white, 14, 15. Yeah, I've got 15 people. Le light here, man, and goes something. Yes, man. 15. Yeah, I'm done. La kupula di number salon again. Okay, neki kupa number 1. Number 1, mewale ho. Oh, please, 1 minute each. Akere la bona le bangata akere bana ba ko gae. Okay? Ungakhuluma mama. You can speak.
Hi, my name is Gwen. I come from Ward 39, which is Krugersdorp.
Gwen.
I would like to know how this bill is going to protect us from the police in terms of the interference within community structures such as CPFs and neighborhood watches. It appears to me that what happens when the CPFs start becoming very effective in their oversight as mandated by the Police Act, that the police just throw constitutions out the window. I'd like to never see that happen in our communities again, because many people spend many hours trying to protect each other and protect their communities. And when the police get a bit of a cramp to us, they decide that the constitutions are no longer good enough. It is very concerning to me. I think the questions that were raised about iPad, etc., are very valid, and I'd like to see how they apply to the proposed bill.
Thank you very much, Gwen. Abuti?
Ke a le dumedisa bagolo. Nna ka lebitso ke nna Vosi Ndlovu, ke tlhaga ke le ko Hall 31 ko Magaliesburg. I think Hall 31 la itse gore ke ko di ruraleng. Le ga no rompa 1 minute mara ko di ruraleng a go batlege 1 minute. Because ke di rural. Number 1, arena CPF ko Magaliesburg. That's number 1. Number 2, before ne go na le di patrollers, ha ke bona bo mme ba ba perle tsa di patrollers ke gopola kgala, ha ke tsene le MEC fing a le teng. Bona no ngare sana next di patrol or ka gore maybe a le na tšhelete or we don't know, mara ise le ke korona la tore bole. More especially le ko dikolong gona no gate go na le di-patrollers ko dikolong, but sometimes they don't get paid. Batho ba ba berekela mahala ke mo ka tsogang ka 7 ba ile go gatana le bana ba e leng gore the foreigners give them nyaupes and everything to sell in a school. How about high them, they beating these people? You understand? O khona yang gore a tshware taxi a ye Palikra because ha pate. E nngwe gape ke batho ba ba re tsetseng di-building, batho ma modimo a kitse gore le tshaba ma-foreigner go le go kana kang go na le rona. Ha o ka shebela in Krugersdorp, now it's only panel beaters in this town. Foreigners, they took everything. Gona no a ke batla go reka underwear, I need to go to Key West. Ka gore ke a tshaba go tlo lofiwa fa ke the foreigners because they take everything. And then e nngwe gape ko re nnang teng rona more especially thing ke stock theft ba fetsa. Ra utswetsa ko re nnang teng stock theft. The zamazamas ba kena mo di jarden tsa rona ha utswa kgomo ra utswa nku o kena ka yone to the shaft because they living down there. You understand? I don't know it's a municipality or it's a government. Ba zamile gore ba thiba mikotinyana ele but it's worse. Every day ba bolana like akitsi ene le rona se batlile go mikukhung go rona ya no ba re bolaela go. This year se go shwele something like 3. Baba tunza go mo tseleng ba itsamela ke re ke dipo, they carrying guns like they won. You understand? So nane re kopa gore batho ma modimo a ke le re thusi because re o fetso bua gore ga re simula re itsela molao mo matsogo lo re tshwana no ke na le ID lo ntshwana a foreigner watsama wa bulela a ke re o itse rontsha 10,000 nna ke na because I'm not working ke patrol sa patelwe go sekolo gona no go tsene this thing ya gore bana ba reka di la re ke ndo tsana di tlhare tsa lona tse ba nwa ba tlhapelwa ka tsone gona a re tshwantse re ba tshware bana ba go sekolo ba re sha. You understand? Because of re tsaba gore ga re patele mare ke a bona go na le tlosenyane mo ne le bua ka yone gore kae ba the training MEC, the MEC may provide funding, training, and etc. You understand? A ke tse gore tlo funda bo mang ba palelwa ke go funda ma patrol gore ba gole ba kgone etsa mmereko wa bone se. So please make sure gore you assist these people. Because it's not going to assist us coming to sit here for let's say fella attendance register. Whereas ga le tshwantse le tlo re thusa kwana I'm living in a rural. Ga ke robale because of each and every day they shooting each other. Le gona no tshwantse ke tsamaye because ngwana ke mo kopetse go next door. Basotho aba ka tla ke tlo re batlo motsa gore wa. So please a re tlogeleng gore re dule fela go di officing tsele a ke le re bere ke le re le setšhaba ka lebo.
Thank you very much. And Tate Ndlovu. Number 3. Number 3.
Dumelang bagolo. Ya o emeletse mfana ke moagaise Mosala ka lebitso. Ke na le ntho e ke batlang ke tshimolle ka yone as to the communication ya this engagement. Mo Mogale City we are councillor. I'm one of the councillors here mo Mogale City, but this communication ya engagement ena the way I'm not sure what get the way they communicate and or because of we rebone fela a matter just earlier today, and then we decided for party moon. Now that's one thing I want us to register going forward, as you promised for the Loboa on the communication part. Yes, I move from that one. Number 2, the point that I want to raise is the advantages of this bill. I'm concerned as to actually this bill, when it was drafted, what it seeks to achieve. from the one that we are using as a country or as Gauteng, where was the flaws? And then, where are we intended to intensify or ho etsa gore molao at least o bonagale gore wa bereka? But mo presentation e ke utlwile, I didn't hear anything as to where was the previous one was having a problems and this one is going to assist us where. Because we are going to remain with almost the same similar problems as the ones that we are trying to achieve now. But we are just changing to be nicer and to be seen as we are at least done something for a day. Because I think the law, its intention is to make sure that it improves at a certain level so that each and every citizen can have access to that service that is intended as of safety of Gauteng. Now, that was my main concern, only to say, from the one that we used, the bill, this one, where is going to help us? Because out of the presentation, it was not clear as to where is this one is going to take us. I submit.
Ke a leboga Ntate Mosala. Ne ke kopa number 4.
Dumelang baholo. Ke Abel Mofokeng enwana o tswang ko Manzeville. So ke nna ko 25 ke ko mekhukhung ko Moshongoville. So ke ema yana because of re na le mathata a tshwana ka lantse go buiwa ka ona ka mo. As re le dipatrola mahala. Because of ha ke nahana hantle dintho tse ngata di a etsahala pela mahlo a rona mara ha re na di-powers jwalo ka maponesa gore rona re kgone ho arresta batho. Ene ha o a bua ba o bolella gore wena o le volunteer o ka se kwa ba re jwetsa letho. Ene e fela e le jwalo. Hobaneng ho sa etsahale gore le rona jwalo ka mapatrola ene re ikepiseditse go sebetsa le ha re sa bone letho le leng gore ke moputso. Hobaneng le sa re fe matla a leng gore a tla tshwana le a maponesa gore re kgone ho sebetsa jwalo ka maponesa le rona re tshware bana ba itsuba nyaope pela mahlo a rona ha re kgone ho ba tshwara bana ha re wa bua ba re ha o le ponesa o ke be wa ntshwara o tlo bona o entse jwang ka ntho tseo bo nyaope bo zamazama ba teng ko Manzeville pleke ke Maiboye extension 4 ena le thaba ka kwa ba ye ba teng ka kwa o tlo complaina ko ho mang ha o ya police station di vene di a shota ke di vene tse pedi kapa ke vene e le nngwe o tlo etsa jwang. So nna ke ne ke kopa gore jwalo ka ha le mo le ke be la kgona gore le re thuse gore maybe ha ile gore ho a kgonagala re kgone le rona re arreste ene ho hopolo gore le rona re na le bana re patala dirente re nela ka maphelo a rona re le ka go thusa community mara re thusa mahala a hona le thole re bonagalang ka lona. So a ke batlo go ya haholo hobane nako le yona e a tsamaya nako e tlang re tla bua go tlala ka letsogo. Ke a leboga.
Ke a leboga Ntate ke a leboga. Number 5. Ne ke sanka lebitso la o papa kana lebitso la o rile uma
Ke Abele Mofokeng.
Abel Mofokeng. Thank you pa.
Thank you.
Number 5.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, leadership. I'm a military veteran. It's always morning, it's asna afternoon, evening. Ngiyaxolisa ngalokho. Mine is 2-3 things, but I'm concerned. I'm Tulani Makubo. from Ward 26, Western area. I'm a member of CPF, a secretary, by the way, of Community Policing Forum. I'm worried about the safety of the members of the patrollers. The patrollers are not safe, number one, and I don't see the bill talking about the patrollers. People who are doing a lot of job, more than the police themselves. You find, old mothers. I'm working with very old people where I'm residing to patrol, and most of abo baba na bontate abakhona go patrola because they've got a lot of excuses. Mara bo mama ba tlolela di pizza ba tsamaya ba lo patrola ko strateng. Which is very, very much important for subs or eba considering. But I'm not seeing the bill talking anything about them. 2, Rileral la khali, lona nzerel la khapi, kadi illegal immigrants, kadi drug dens. Maponisa, we show them as community policing forums to say, la pagulean lukuthengiswa ama drugs. They will go there, but after they went there, we watch to say what is going to happen. They will arrest someone. After 2 days, that person is out again. You ask yourself, what happened? Did that person went to court? Did the court take a decision? Did the court sentence this person to 2 days? You don't understand, but you find the police, they've got evidence, enough evidence to arrest the person. But I doubt. These people is because they are working together with the police. I want to concur with the gentleman somewhere there who said, we are now no longer having police. We are having criminals. It's not all of them. Akhona amaphoyisa asebenza ngokuzikhandla. Akhona amaphoyisa asebenza kwamampela. Akhona amaphoyisa angathathi ijojo at all. But those police now, they are at risk because once angathathi ijojo, that one othatha ijojo uzo disclose igama lakhe, and that police is on a risk. That is why you find people who want to volunteer to be CPFs today, they are afraid. They will always tell you that I don't want to risk with my life. Why must we risk for something good for our communities? But me as a military vet, I risk for my community because I was integrated with the community where I'm living. I patrol. Whenever there is patrol, I'll be there. Whenever there's a crime scene, I will be there. Whenever there's something that concerns the community, I involve myself there. I am a victim, anyway, of these criminals at the end of the day. But I don't care, I'll die being a victim. I want to see the justice being done. This bill must tell us the exact things we are looking for. Somebody out there sitting out there taking decisions over us is not correct at all. This bill must talk to us, must tell us about our safety, must tell the community how are they safe with the subs. I want to hear that next time as you are saying leadership that you're going to change the bill. While I'm closing, there's a gentleman who talked about zamazamas. The zamazamas, I engaged with the station commander where I reside last year, I think, about the zamazama issue. It seems as if he's also afraid of them because whenever there's a case of a person that is being killed, akwaziwa ukuthi lo muntu ubulawa ubani sinama incident abantu basuke edrobheni la sihlala khona beza la location ngeenyawo because it's closer, they can walk to the town, from the location. On that route there, people are got killed each and every time. Even west, next to the clinic, we found people lying there dead. And our own kids, because of they were traveling from town to the location late at night. But no one is got arrested. I think now, if I'm not mistaken, I've got a third person who's been killed, I think it's last week. But still, no one is coming forward to say, when we found something or we are tracing or we've got fingerprints of this, nothing. It's quiet. People are afraid. Because people bayashona, akekho umuntu oboshwayo. It's a problem.
Okay.
Now, the legal immigrants issue, it must be here, it must be tabled, because Bayaboshwa, last time there were 60 at the police station, I was present, arrested 60 of them. I wonder if all of them, they were deported, or some of them, they're still around here with us. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Number 7. Is it number 7? Yeah, Abuti.
Madume bagolo. Ka lebitso ke nna Sipho Nyakiso. Ke dula Mansfield. Ke one ya di-patrollers. Re na le problem re le di-patrollers. Ebile se ebile ke sa tsebe gore use ya gore ho be teng di-patrollers ke eng. Plus le yona nyeo community safety. A ke tsebe mohlomong motho e mong a ka nhlalosetsa gore e mena ntho e ngotsweng moo. A ke tsebe gore e bolelang ka hobane ke bone mosebetsi wa yona. Re a sokola ke sepolesa, public safety e teng, ha e etse mosebetsi wa yona, ke tla tjho jwalo ka tsela. Ka hobane re sokola re di-patrollers. Ka mantswe a makgutshwane ke hlalosa tjena. Nna ke le Sipho. Ke le ka hloka tsebo. Ke bona hore crime e atile tikolong mo ke dulang teng. Le tla ntshwarela ke bua Sesotho bagolo. Jwale ntho ene etsahala E1 ho nona le crime. Hona le CPF ka siteng ka sa tsebe mosebetsi wa yona gore ke eng CPF e etsa eng. Then gabe re simolla group ya rone re le bana ba location e patrol. E thusiwa ke setšhaba batswadi hore at least patrollang. But then ho ba le melawana re thibelang ka pele hore no le tshwanetse le sebetse le CPF 1 2 3 community safety ha ebe teng mono ka hodima moo ha le reporta di crime or le tshwara batho le tlo tla dula 17 hours le emetse sepolesa se sa fihli up until le tsamaya ya ka matlong le sia motho a sentseng or a entseng molato. So a ke tsebe gore mohlomong dinthong tse bueang mo re ka thola thuso na ga di bona di etsahala ho tla mole ho clause 6 ke bona gore ho thwa mona ho provide wa ka di funding le di training ke clause 6 batho ba bangata ba ikemisitse hore ba ka sebetsa ba sebetse le sepolesa ba stope crime but ha bana tseba hore ba ka latela efeng di channels hore ba sebetse ka molao ba kgone ho thola di funds tseno no ba se ke ba sebetsa mahala. So ke tla kopa mono re tsebo re tholeng di channels tse right re tsebo ho latela molao ke tla e kopa eo.
Yeah.
Ke a leboha.
Thank you very much. I think number 9. Is it number 8 or number 9? Number 8. Ntatolo le go ko morago. Oh, ko wena papa.
Ee, ke nna mama.
Okay.
Le kae bagolo? Ke Ivan Tumelo Motale. Ke tswa ke le Magaliesburg o 31. Ka utlwa gore majority of us as community ya Mogale City dilo tsa rona di a tshwana. So the thing e kwatisang ke gore these bills di tliswa ko rona, they are being imposed. So ne ke kopa as community of Mogale City gore before re tla dumelana le this bill re form the committee, because when it comes to community safety I think ke rona re dealang ka di issues tse dingata, ke rona re bonang gore re sokola fo kae. The other thing, the drugs di take over our young people. Some of them ba phasitse bontle, some of them bazamile, but the drugs di take over, and then motho ba rekisetsang di drugs ke motho sena ana le grade 1, motho a teng ga ya sekolo o na disa dikgomo so go rialo, but o bolaya future ya bana ba rona. And the other thing, our black leaders are failing communities because of they are the very same people we voted for. After they are comfortable in their positions, they forget about us in communities because of Baja Monato ko ba leng ko teng, and they impose laws to us. I feel like we have become foreigners in our own country because of when a law-abiding citizen a tlhagisa issue, then wa gatelelwa, but o senang ID, o senang passport, o itletseng ka permit, ne ke pass free, ko ntho engwe le nngwe e etsang e siame. So ha re batla go South Africa e be an ungovernable state, like go be le di rebels, like we know ka bo DRC Congo, we can see how our people are treated. Ha ba tswile di auto ka di bolo so in Arab countries, we can see go bo DRC Congo, we can see how they are being treated. If you are a foreigner, you are indeed a foreigner. But in South Africa, if you are a foreigner, it is just a name, you are a foreigner. So they need to know that they are foreigners. They shouldn't feel free to do whatever they want to do. So, yes, the other thing, police brutality. In 2018, myself and others were arrested in this illegal mine. So this mine, Kajeko e Habarile Basotho, they are working there. They are doing as they are pleasing. They are killing people. In 2018, we were arrested. The owner of the mine got us arrested for nothing because we wanted our money and we wanted the mine to run to be legal. So he got us arrested, and the police arrested us while they know what is the problem. So as a young person, this illegal mining, they must come to an end. As Gauteng legislature, you must make means for these issues that have been addressed. If it goes to the extent that these mines are being taken from these owners, let it be, because they are not benefiting the community. Rather, these mines are killing the community. I submit.
I think ki serela ko mafelong mo tlase mo ne.
Hi everyone, my name is Carl Steenekam and I am a resident of Carltonville in the Merafong municipality. It's just down under in the West Rand district. I'm just here at the public hearing to provide my input as a member of the public on the proposed Gauteng Community Safety Oversight Bill. I have gone through and analyzed this proposed bill, and there are three primary reasons why I think this proposed bill is absolutely needed for the safety of local communities such as my own. Number one, it helps accredit local associations as neighborhood watches. You know, I am someone who lives in a community with a police service that has a lack of resources, where cable theft and house robberies are frequent occurrences. Therefore, having local associations be accredited as neighborhood watches can be an effective means in deterring crime activities like those in my own community. We as local communities know best our surroundings as we have first-hand experience in what happens in our communities. Hence is why a bottom-up approach where local associations can be accredited can also be an effective way of solving crime, especially in instances like in my community where there is a lack of SAPS resources. Number 2 is the establishment of a provincial police ombudsman, which, as we can see in the Western Cape, for example, there can be a more effective means to investigate the efficiency of our police officers. This can be a very effective way in helping to improve the relationship between law enforcement and local communities such as my own, who has lost a little bit of faith in those that should protect us. Some may confuse the establishment of a provincial police ombudsman with the IPID or IPID. This is not really the case, as the IPID only addresses cases of brutality amongst law enforcement rather than the inefficiencies thereof. Now, in my community, we don't really have a fully functional police service, so by being able to have this means to do oversight on police inefficiencies, it can help us as community members a lot. Hence, the establishment of an ombudsman would be absolutely important. And lastly, it creates a provincial advisory board from all sectors of society to advise the MEC. Now, this provides a very robust bridge for local businesses, NGOs, and so on to be able to communicate to the MEC on policing efficiencies around the province. This kind of closes the gap a little bit between our provincial government and our public with regards to community safety. That's all I have, and that's why I recommend this bill. Thanks.
Thank you, that is Steenkamp. I think Kifedi Semotlasake. Yeah, okay, Kyako Dimuhe. It's in him. Kikuba Kalamo, about 3 people here. Yeah. Number 1, Mo. Omopi. Ongago right. Yeah, yeah. Oko pili. Odutale yuan. Retalaka o. Yeah. Odutse ratla ko wena papa ska war. Retalaka oko pili.
Kalibitso ke George Solofelo from Carltonville, Gauteng, Extension 4, Ward 2. Botata boke bo bona mapodisa ba traya go etsa mosebetsi ba etsa mosebetsi wa bona ba tshwara batho bana ra ba isa o bone ba tshware botata ke hore justice a ke tsebe mohlomong a di tsamaisane le sepodisa kapa jwang ka hore moraonyana mo ke ba ka ntle jwale rona re le di patrollers re ba le bothata ka hore batho ba dangerous mo setšhabeng a re itse jwale re tlamehile re ba reporte kae. I submit.
Ndiyanibulisa bahlali ngaphambili. Esokuqala isikhalo kukulandela inkokheli ibithetha ngaphambili. Siza ngathi kahlala kakhulu kwisipolisa eze ama-patrol. Amapolisa nexesha lawo alithathayo. And then umbuzo uthe ngoku I'm sorry. Ndingumbulelo Pholile ndibuya eGauteng eWard 4. 1 sebenza nesipolisa ngamanye amagama thina singamapolisa akufishane elokishini afonelwa acheche afike sawuqala utyeni ke kuqala siyava indlela sebenza kanzima. Number 2 sinokuthi xa sireporta emapoliseni kuthiwe even ayikho sibambe suspect until deske siyeke sibonakala njengabantu abazizidenge abangakwazi ukwenza umsebenzi wabo. Secondly, Ndiyayithanda into ethi masibe nobungqina osinabo esizawukwazi ukwenza umsebenzi eze isekela lepolisa. Ngoba xa ndifika kulumzi ndithi mama ndicela usearch apha kuthiwa unelungelo na? Yes, analo. Number 3, masisiya kwiziyobisi. Mna bendingacela umthetho umise into ethi sinezinja zokukhangela inyawupe ngoba ngeze uyibone. Umnikazi wayo akayithengiseli straight kule ndawo ahlala kuyo. Bawuyithengisela apho uzakwenza icebo uzokwazi ukuze ungayiboni. Number 4, isicelo sam kukuthi thina sibe neveni as ama-patrol ekufitshane nathi because asikho safe. Iveni ibe secanda kwethu yama-patrol asikho safe. Last week sidutyulwe ngozamazama abangakwazi ukusetshwa izibhamu bona kodwa xa upholile noba nesibhamu zawufika zibe 7 iveni.
Copies from the shop I share ifele sukiri I lathele momupu. Hare tswa rilo patrol go tile bile kiye ntato mongo bile gore ha ena le mo patrol the bill. Hare tswa rilo patrol. Number 1, re sia basadi le bana go dintlu. Bomme ba sia bontate le bana go dintlu. To go and risk their lives for the community. A practical example. Renalidi patrolasi ko dikolong. Ba kena ko dikolong, they stay for a period of something like 3 months, ha ba thole tšhelete. But ba batluwa ba le ko sekolong. Re fiwa di programs during the year from the community safety. Re bereke di 2 months, di 3 months tseo di fele and wait for a long time re kry something. So ra ko ba community safety. Re tseleng go tlhogong. Re thusa setšhaba thata. Re thusa sepodisi thata. Re na le di gotekiding di meyara ko di plekeng tsa rona. Then the question comes. Go na le di MMC tsa di public safety. Go be le di ward committee. Go na le di ward committee tsa di portfolio tsa di public safety. O boele ko masepaleng wago. O ye ko MMC wa public safety. Mare ha itse CPF ya pleke ya gage. O boele ko hotong. O kry ward committee ya public safety. Haiti di patrollers tsa hoto ya gage. Where is it coming from? It is coming from the community safety. O le patrolla o lo ka crime ko police station. A drug dealer. Before o tswa ka gate ya police station, a drug dealer knows gore ntate Abraham Motor o kene ka police station a re o rekisa letompo. Then your life is in danger. Remember, today I'm one of those people. Anka apulela ka mo you'll cry tears. Gangsterism. Ribitswa midlwembe. While we helping the community, the house breakings, rape, you name them. Balile ka di zamazama. I'll tell you straight komatho. Our government is habadi zamazama together with the police. The last one I'm going to tell you, community safety, especially Mokits one day. I know when my community becomes angry, it is 1 minute to. The community will be standing up. KFC. Now I'm making you aware. On a lady Facebook, ra bua le batho ba mo Kagiso, ra bua re le around mo Facebook. The communities are one means to stand up. Ntho e bitswang go teng, we taking the law into our own hands. It is one means for the sake of your information. And I'm liking to say this. You write it on black and white, you make your register, then you go to your offices, then you sit down, then I don't know the papers that you are writing on. When you go to your offices, you tearing them up and put them in the dustbins, because it is a meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting about crime. But at the end of the day, the crime and gangsterism and drugs and zamazamas is hitting the roof. It's what patrollers, Batamaka they can see everything.
Thank you very much.
And they go pantadilas, mamaskis. I'm finishing here. I get our community safety. If I offer a patroller a stipend of every month to give him courage or her courage to work for the community. Danko.
Last two.
Ke nna Thabo from Ward 20, Thabo Honoko.
O
Ke etsa
kgona-
jwang?
Yeah, all right, Thabo.
Ke ye kae? Ba
O ya
mpisetsa
kae
kwano?
yaanong?
Ba re ke ye kwano. Ba nkisa kae?
Ke nna chairperson mo.
Okay, thank you, Chairperson. I totally agree with the bill. Because as I've been listening to the concerns of the community and all South Africans that have been presented and that have been discussed so far, the bill itself serves to resolve or to address a majority of the problems that the community is facing. Nchazanga holo ke ya accreditation and support to neighborhood watches. So when it comes to the this bill it gonna offer matla hore any organization is tolling any profit hore e gona go guarantee safety of the community. Enkhazang hape ka bill e ke ntlha ya confidentiality hore any report that has been dealt or reported that the police service is implicated whatsoever, it can be investigated and the police or whoever who has been reported to can be held to account. The only challenge with this bill is all spheres of government in South Africa or departments are infiltrated by corruption. So therefore, bills are bills. They can be passed. We can enjoy that they've been passed, but implementation is the major challenge. Implementation is killing us to the core. If only this bill can be accurately implemented, as it has been stated here, a lot of problems that have been presented here can be resolved. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nakikupa wa magcino. Are emeng ganyan. Akere a wa tshwanela gore yaanong re ede because re utlwa ba bang ba bua akere. Go na le
She pointed everybody. After the first page, she pointed everybody. So now when they want to speak on the page, that they spoke.
They just mobilize. These people are not
A brainwave.
Okay, Dumelang. My name is Patricia. I'm coming from Mohale, Ward 16. We are here because of the community safety. But the problem that I have right now, Kogor, we are talking about the community safety, but there is no police who are supposed to be here to hear the lottery. The first people that's supposed to be here are the police, to know what problem are we going through as the community and how are they going to deal with our problem. They are not here. It's like they don't know what we are going through. That is the problem. Our police, we know very well they are corrupt. They are not doing anything to benefit us as the community. They are not operating at all. It's like we don't have policemen and policewomen anymore in South Africa. They are all corrupt. If they're not benefiting anything from us, it means we are useless. Mara now I'm not surprised because our own minister, Becky Kele, the only thing I honang, lockdown, he only go around our own minister, that is his responsibility to make sure our country is safe. Our country is not safe anymore. Our country was safe that time of apartheid. Since apartheid ended, our safety has ended. Mapula Abatu is like a chicken's life. People are being kicked. What? We are talking about the safety. Okay, we are talking about the safety. Anyway, I want to address the thing yata by CPF. Where I come from is what 16. We've got CPF. Mara CPF you're benefiting all the kind of benefit from our government. There is no black person who is involved with the CPF. They've got cars. Those people are paying money each and every month. If you're a black person, you're calling those people, they don't respond. So I don't understand what is the benefit of having a CPF in our community if it does not benefit us, especially us black people. Look, what are they benefiting? Why is some specific people but a CPF, but benefit, now we don't benefit anything. When they are having meeting, they are speaking in Afrikaans. We cannot even understand the language that they are speaking. Mara, they are there to protect us. How can they protect us if they are speaking in a language that we cannot understand? Okay, I want to talk about the neighborhood watch. Because it seems like Lena, as a government, you don't know what is the solution. I'm here to come with a solution. The solution is that these people, they deserve to earn money. There is no one who can work for free. Even the police, though they're not productive, they're not doing anything, they're earning the money for doing nothing. So these people, they deserve to get money each and every month. And how are they going to do it? You need to bring people together, make a group of people, train these people, let them have experience, let them know what they are doing, let them earn money each and every month and feed their family, because there is no one who can work for free. We are having challenges. The reason why we are here and we are angry is because of the Zamazamas. We do not hate our brothers, our African brothers, but they are here. They are corrupting us. They are doing anything they want with our minerals. They are stealing. They are killing our people. They are raping our sisters. Our government is not doing anything about it. They are having weapons that our own police doesn't have. They are holding AK-47. When you call it the police are asking for, we are coming later. What kind of a weapon do they have? But our black one, they will leave them like that. So, okay. The last one. Wherever where there is a problem, a serious problem, where we need the police help, let the soldiers come. The soldiers were busy kicking people, they got locked down. But now when we need them in the serious things that need them, they are not available. I salute.
Thank you very much, Chairperson, for giving me this opportunity to come and present on behalf of Mirafo. My name is Koma Pajane. I'm from Ward 22. I'm a patroller of the CPF. But Chairperson, let me just say it, I'm very disappointed, and more especially to the Portfolio Committee. By 2022, we are coming here to raise issues that we raised 10 years ago. But even today, we are still raising same issues. That means this committee, the Portfolio Committee of Gauteng Legislature, does not working for patrollers and the police at all. But because of the procedure, we have to do it. We don't have a choice. We have to come here and raise these issues again and again. I know in 2030, I'm going to come here and raise the very same issues that I raised in 2022. I came late, Chairperson, and I did not hear the presentation about the bill. But I'm worried, Chairperson, because the previous bill that was used never worked for patrollers. I don't know, this bill is replacing the IPT. I'm not sure what is happening. But maybe it's for the best. If this bill is going to be implemented, it's going to benefit us as the patrollers. Because really we are facing big challenges. Those women and those men who are here today, they are working hours like police. They are performing like police. But seems like the Department of Safety is dumping them and say, you will see what you can do on the field. Go tlisa botlhoko o ka re emising ke ba le teng ka jeko Chairperson. A tlo utlwa dillo tsa bo mme le bo ntate ba leng teng mo. Hore department e praise ka di patrollers all over to say the patrollers they are there and they are reporting to your Portfolio Committee. But there is nothing e good department of public safety. Yeah, yes, for bo mme le bo ntate ba leng teng ka mo. So it is so disappointing that the MEC might report the good things about the patrollers, but at the ground, these women and men balla daily basis. So it's important, Chairperson, that the Portfolio Committee must take these issues very seriously. Must not come because of it's a procedure that they must come and listen to the public and go there in the Gauteng Legislature House and say, no, we have done our part, life must go on. We need some answers. We need to know that the issues that we raised here, they are going to be implemented or not implemented. We've been raising this issue as Chairperson, as I said, long time ago. Yes, we've been raising that. But even 2020, we are still raising that issue. When I was arriving here, I heard you said you visited the police station, 2 police stations. Yes, it's because you were supposed to say that, Chairperson, because of it, you were supposed to come here and present what you are coming here for. Because your Portfolio Committee must come again and again to the police station to see how our people are getting service in those police stations. Those police stations are just the buildings. Those police stations, it's like you go there and you visit, but there's no service delivery in those police stations. So, Chairperson, it's important that we must not wait for such gathering, but we must come again and again and visit our police station so that when we raise these issues, we are noting them. And most of the people, Chairperson, who are sitting on the table, I'm not seeing them recording what we are saying. I'm not seeing them giving attention. That means they are coming here and just to say, no, let's just go there and we'll make a report and then we'll see. Because I've been here, Chairperson.
Oh, see?
No, I'm not my father.
One, ufike late and you are concluding. Ukuthi certain things zinga the way when uzibona ngakhona. You didn't hear the bill being presented, but you already commenting on the bill that you don't even have a copy on. You are now suggesting that you are not recording the things that are being said here. Why are you using the mic? Because that mic is actually recording the things that you're saying here. So ngamanye amagama, we need to do things your way, not our way. Akusebenzi kanjalo. And I think what is also important, whilst it's important that you raise all your important issues, let us do so. Ngokuthi nathi sihloniphane sonke, angisho ma. Please. Eyokugcina.
Chairperson, and zininzi kanjani?
Eyokugcina. Actually, I gave everyone 1 minute, and when I'm taking more than 1 minute.
Oh, okay, Chairperson. Because of you are suppressing me, because they were supposed to take 20 minutes from now again. But what is important, Chairperson, is to say, as the portfolio committee, it's important when this gathering coming here, and we must see the changes. We must not come here, Chairperson, and raise same questions and again and again. Because now, if now your portfolio committee was doing the job, we wouldn't come here and raise these issues that you are raising today. Because now I don't see why it's important to come here and raise the issues, while we know that we are not going to be assisted coming here in such gathering. So we need the changes, Chairperson. When we come here next time, we must come here and say to us, we have done this as a portfolio committee of public safety. We have achieved this as the portfolio committee of public safety. So that we must see the changes, so that you must not repeat the questions and come in here again. Thank you, Chairperson. I submit.
Thank you very much. Could you put out something grayish? Skip a gray. You are definitely the last one, Bob. Skip a grayish. Zakchel Mosugu Magutasu.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Chairperson.
Yeah. Whoever.
My name is Mike Kasefaneke Pokojani. In my profession, I'm a pastor. Nekokopa Hobota as a chairperson, as a community safety. Really, Kitwa from Ward 16. My child, every child, my family, my neighbor's child are traumatized. Kidikan said it to Ward 16. Harakono Horobala. And I have to go Ward 16. Not a problem. As or not, Lemo Pakato Ward 16. Harkaitala Matsoho, Harkaitala Molamo Matsoho. The police are going and are coming in the night to come to search us. But because our kids are dying, our families are dying. Can the illegal people, Babalemo South Africa. Barbabitango is brothers and sisters, but they're killing us. I'm one of the organization called the Pasplay. There's a lot of young kids, Baba Tsubelang, the drugs mo kereke. Ma body saba afeta mo kereke mo. Ki dula ki bua le bone, there is no ba fetsa ba batla go mpetsana because ba setse ba tsubi. Ne ke kopa gore se body sa ga se feta mo le Pasplay. Se le ke go patrolla in 2 churches tsa mo le Pasplay. Station Road. Ra sokola re phela ka letswalo mo re phelang ko teng. Re tsamaya ka letswalo batho ba ropiwa during the day mo le Pasplay. During the day in Ward 16, batho ba ropiwa motsegare ba ditsotsi tseo ga di thole. And my last things ke na le problem. Re na le di case study di khatletseng ko Ward 16. From 2018 go swa batho. We never see a gona le podisa le tlelata ko Ward 16 le re le thotse 1 2 3. Now 2018, 2019, 2021 every year re etsa di case tsa batho ba tlhokafetse ba ba thuntshitswe ba ba bolailwe. But ga gona community safety e tlang ko rona sa mapodisa gore ba gole re thotse motlhala o itseng 1 2 3. Dan di fella mo moyeng. Ya ne ke kopa bagolo es le lefa le rometswe ke our president. We are not sure gore le tilefa for awareness. We are here to help us to hear our problems. Ke a leboga.
Okay. Now, thank you very much for all the inputs from everyone. And I know there are people who will like to make submissions. There is papers that are going to be circulated, or forms that are going to be circulated mo ntlong mo. Ne re kopa ge gore tse ding tsa ditletlebo tsa lona, please write them down so that when we come back with responses to some of the issues that you have raised, we will also address the ones that you have submitted ngokuzibhala. The following issues have been raised from the House, and I'm sure my colleagues, Mopili Mobatla Eda. The key issues that have been raised is mazamazama that are armed to the teeth and who threaten us on a daily basis and who are not being arrested by Maponisa. Number two, the issue of foreign nationals that are not being arrested, who commit crime and they are not traceable. The other issue is patrollers. Under patrollers, the following issues were raised. Safety of the patrollers. Whilst they are doing a good job in our communities in terms of protecting them, but they're also vulnerable from being attacked by criminals, particularly because some of the criminals are working with Maponisa Arun. Two, the issue of payment of patrollers have been sharply raised, not only by one person, but about 6 people from the House raised the issue of payment of patrollers. That the department need to pay patrollers on a monthly basis, particularly those patrollers that are registered. The other issue that have been raised was the registration of all patrollers so that they can be known gore mang ke mang o bereka kae, and if there is payment that is due, ibe le gore ke payment that goes to people that are known and they are registered. The other issue, the training of patrollers, have been sharply raised. We need an ongoing training for patrollers in order for them to be properly skilled in dealing with criminals in our communities and be able to fight crime effectively. Okay? Those are the issues of patrollers. The other issues that have been raised was the issue of drug dealers that are working. That has also been raised not only by one person, but several people who stood up from the floor. They raised the issue of the drugs, Bonyaupe and others, but then the drug dealers that seem to be owning a certain number of police or Maponisa kona aile gore ba berekisana le bona gore ba tsamaise ilokuza isdawamiso. The other issue that was raised was the issue of the response time by Maponisa, that ubitsa van kuna le crime, nothing happens in some of the cases ukagcina ubulailwe because we have called in Maponisa and Maponisa are not coming. Let me go to the demands. Akere lona la recover, la Roma as a committee. The issues that you are demanding is, if SNDF can actually respond when there is lockdown, let them also respond in dealing once and for all with Zamazamas and foreign nationals. That is the demand number one. The other demand is, when we come back here, we need to bring along the MEC together with a department so that the responses, address together with the MEC and her department. But the other demand that you have made, although there's an allegation of Maponisa Hayo, Maponisa Ate, some of the leadership, although Abeko Baningi, but the leadership of the police, particularly of the 2 stations that were visitors, is actually here. But there's a demand that when we come back here, we need to make sure that all the stations, they must actually be present so that we together respond to the issues that are being raised by yourselves. The other issue that has been raised is by the patrollers that at least a vehicle or van should be allocated to patrollers in order to make sure that when there's a need to arrest a person, they are able to actually transport that particular individual, or when the lives of patrollers is under threat, then the vehicle is actually handy in order to make sure that they are actually rescued and be actually taken to a place of safety. The other issue is the close down of mine dumps, because they pose a very they actually pose danger mo bathong ba rona mo ehlaleni e bantwini ba kithi. So these are some of the issues. I've covered the issues that you have raised. I've covered your demands. I'm not going to respond to some of the issues about the bill, but in terms of the bill, about 4 people who stood up, ba ne ba le 6 ba bua ka bill, they actually rejected the bill, but there is also one person who embraced the bill and raised about 3 issues that he believes that the bill addresses them. But majority of the people who spoke directly to the bill, they actually rejected the bill because they believe that the bill is not going to address the issues that affecting. Instead, we really need to strengthen the role of the IPIT. On the floor, but what I'm also going to do, because I wasn't alone, let me then allow my colleagues to also respond to some of the issues that you raised. And in terms of I'm sure that our chairperson, who will then indicate to Moluna when are we coming to come and respond to the issues that you have raised here. I'm sure you are happy to hear that we were definitely listening and also recording some of the issues that you were raising. Thank you very much. Okay, that's what? What's that again?
No, Chair, I'm not going to say anything. I just want to indicate that the clapping of hands is an indication and an acknowledgement that you have summarized everything. So from our side, there is, in fact, if there's any other thing that we've missed, because there's also a recording, we'll be able to take it from there. Thank you.
Okay. No, thank you very much. Iriki Fair, another, ma'am?
I'm fine.
You're fine. Any other member who want to say something? Are you sure? And that Checkelson? Are you okay? Okay, thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you, Member Malobane, Nkosi Malobane, for responding on some of the issues which they've been raised. Let me appreciate the inputs into categories. Moreover, the first one, we were intending to get a lot of input on the side of the bill. And we have noted all those concerns which are related to the behavior of the police officers and also the role of the department in terms of doing the oversight on the police. Members of the community stakeholders who are a committee which is doing oversight on the department as well as on the law enforcement agencies. As a runa department, today re tlile mo ka the bill, re nyaka utlwa opinion ya lona le re fe input. With regard to the issues which have been raised, I was saying in the back of my mind that members, we need to have a runabout table where we'll come and discuss, give the feedback on some of the issues which have been raised. And we are not just doing the oversight on the police station because we are visiting an area. We have been doing that, and we'll continue doing that, and we'll continue receiving the challenges which are affecting communities through the PCOs and through the WhatsApp SMSs which are sent by the community members to the office of the chair as well as to the members. We are all usually responding on the issues which are raised by the community. Let me
summarize and say that thank you for attending, and those that they want to give the input with regard to the bill, we will request written submission to be sent. They'll flag in the email which everyone must, those that they've got the input, send it to tmalumani@gpl.gov.za. Submission by the 17th of this month. Go and have a meeting with your stakeholders because you've got a copy of the bill. Discuss it, send an inputs, comments in black and white to that email in terms of clauses. Highlight to us which clause are you giving an input, a comment on it. Or I'll request Member Khadebe to do a thank and a closure. Okay. Thank you. Before closure, sorry, ma'am. There was an issue that was raised sharply by the councillor and some of the members of the public. I think even how what communities are working. The issue of communications. When we come back, and I think we need, through chairperson, will be able to indicate when are we coming back. When we come back, we'll definitely make sure that the councillors, all councillors in the wards, will be informed about this visit in order to make sure that at least we get representatives from different wards. All chairpersons of CPFs in different police stations will also be informed of when are we coming back. So, ne ke batla gore ke raise area gore re kopa tshwarelo gore we didn't inform other relevant stakeholders about this meeting. We thought they were informed, but we are making a commitment that definitely that communication will be made in order for us to be as effective as possible. We hope that our problems will be solved before 2030, as suggested by the by the House. So we hope so. For at least the problems are already solved so that before 2030. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I would like to thank all the stakeholders that gave us their time to come and listen to us, and then Rialeboa Haholo, team ya Gauteng Legislature, and the team ya Hansat e yentseng hore le kgone ho utlwa di translation ka moka. Re kgopela tshwarelo ka everything e etsahetseng ka jeno if hala thola di answer tse le ne le di batla. But we promise you when we come back, Chairperson, it will have to be sooner. We must bring our MEC here because really we have been attacked because of all the mistakes that she's doing. MEC hali fidi answer tse le di batlang, and I can see hore khale a qinne o tla mo ko mokhale. So we are promising you we will bring the MEC to you. And the point e ke leng concern ka yona ke ya di CPF and the patrollers. Le hloka hore re khutle and re a le tshepisa hore re tlo khutla. Di answer kaofela tse le di batlang le tlo di thola. And le tshwanetse le tsebe hore committee every after 5 years ya change. Le re inele matso metsing. Haebe ha le sa bona batho ba le ne le ba tlwaetse, and re sebelletsa hodima diphoso tsene di entswe ke batho ba bang, empa re a tshepisa hore e committee before etswa haebe ho ka etsahala etswe re tla be re sifezekise zonke ikhalazo zenu. So ka ho re a leboha re le committee ya community safety from Gauteng Legislature hore le tle le tlo re fa tsebe. Re lebohile haholo le kgutlele mahae le phephile di transport di le emetse ka ntle. Next week committee e tla be le Ekurhuleni. Ha le na le di families ko Ekurhuleni le ba jwetse hore This committee will be in Ekurhuleni next week. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Where are they going to take their food? We have prepared something for everyone. Before you leave, I'm trying to check where are you going to collect your a little bit of a supper. Yeah, in the entrance, when you go out, you'll take something. Go well, drive safe.
Hello. Stella laba banama receiver share, please.